Hey, it's me, Daryl. How's your Sunday going? This is for C2 Cigars. This is how I learned to eat Weetabix in Brisbane, Australia, taught to me by Bob. Don't know Bob anymore. He was with Jennifer. Still know Jennifer. But we drifted apart. Long story. Anyways, Weetabix. A favorite amongst Australians everywhere. They are tasty. However, they come in white packets. And they look like itty bitty tiny little weird ass bale cake things. Normally served 2 at a time. That's the way I was taught. 2 in a bowl, side by side, like that. Close that back up, put it back in the Weetabix box. Now, I don't know if this is the official Australian one, but this is what I was shown the way the people that I stayed with in Australia like to eat them. So, I forgot to press start on the microwave. So once your items are put in a said bowl, you boil water. Now we have to wait a minute. So, how's the water? Hey? I could show you my muscles. My dog scratched me today. Right there. See him? Yeah, people are wandering around my house whispering. Because it's Sunday and
Xavier.
Bigfoot is in the back screen there staring at who knows what. And he's leaving again. So the weather today here is fine. The moisture is turning into a high to mid-level fog because we had nocturnal thunderstorms.
It was just boiling, and that isn't hot.
There we go. Boiled water. Use your means of boiling water however you want. You take the boiling water. Now, the key is you don't saturate the entire thing. You just pour it on, and you'll see the Weetabix become wet on the top so that it's saturated, but it doesn't go through the entire Weetabix. So, if I can show you, they're soggy on top. And you take your butter knife and you very lovingly add a strip of margarine or butter to each Weetabix. The top will crumble and start to mush, but this is common. So that is one. And you'll start to get a nice warm, kind of like baked bread smell. Like the buns you get at a restaurant before you get your meal type smell. So there. My butter is on the hot top of my Weetabix. Now, I am a diabetic, so I use stevia by Splenda. All natural, no fake stuff. Acts like sugar, but is not sugar. I use 1 packet and I sprinkle it on top of my Weetabix. Now your Weetabix should look like that. Now you take your milk. See? Yeah, that's what milk. It comes from a cow, preferably. You might like other kinds of milk. I like mine from a cow. And you fill the other half of the Weetabix with your milk. So that the half that never got water is now in milk. I don't know when I'm doing this. There we go. So then you have two Weetabix, hot on top, and soft, and buttery, and sweet. And on the bottom, you have pure, tasty Weetabix, cold with milk. And so when you eat it, you get this unbelievable combination of, like my wife said, almost like porridge on top, because it makes it all soft, mushy, but almost like a bran muffin or something like that, because you've got butter and sugar involved. But then on the bottom, the milk has now been absorbed by the bottom half of the Weetabix. And as bizarre as it sounds, it is very, very good. Now, I told Chuck it's been probably 15 years or more, likely more, since I was taught this. And again, it could just be a very abnormal person living in Australia that liked it this way. But he said this is the way they always ate Weetabix growing up in Australia. So every morning while I was there visiting, our mornings consisted of freshly squeezed orange juice, 2 Weetabix, and boiled eggs. But as gross and gooey as it looks, again, I love it. I wouldn't eat it any other way. I've had it cold with milk too. I've bought it a few times after I come home, of course. I was in my early 30s, I think, when I had it. But here you go, Chuck. It's simple. You gotta play with it a little bit, you'll figure it out. But all in all, think of it tasting as a very tasty bran muffin with milk. Yeah, that's the easiest way to explain it. It's like microwaving a bran muffin, cutting it in half, slathering it with butter on top, taking a bite of your bran muffin, and washing it down with milk. That's what I get. So, hopefully you like it that way. If not, try it with the different ways it shows on the back. So that, my friend, is your promised new breakfast cereal video. Can I go back to drinking coffee now? Yes? Thank you. I bid a farewell to you and Amy. Ciao, Bella.